Sugar is the devil. You don't have to look far on Instagram or YouTube to find somebody fear mongering about sugar. But is this fear mongering helping you? Is holding beliefs like sugar is the devil helping you to get better control and have a better relationship with food? We're going to explore that today. So, what way do you think about food currently and what labels do you attach to it? This is a picture of The Rock in the bottom right corner here. He obviously has like a cheat meal, as he calls it, once a month, where he eats a large quantity of food. And this has been a trend. A lot of people copied The Rock and they have their cheat meals and their cheat days. And we're going to break down why that might not be helpful if you want to get better control over food. What do you think when you see these foods? Chocolate, cakes, biscuits, and stuff like that. What labels have you attached to them? I'm guessing you've attached labels such as they're bad, they're junk, they're naughty, they're devil, the devil maybe, they're shy, they're bold, they're a cheat day food, they're a cheat meal food. Our beliefs shape how we perceive and interpret the world. So if we believe a food is bad, dirty, or a cheap food, we are attaching a negative association to it, and that can lead to more guilt, more fear, more anxiety post that food. Here's the things that we can agree on. Everybody can agree on that sugar is easy to overconsume, or foods that are high in sugar are easy to overconsume, especially the ones that contain a combination of sugar and fat, like cakes and biscuits. They're calorie dense and not satiating, and we need to have control over them if we want to have better quality of life and health. I'm going to present to you a different way of looking at food that I believe helps people to get better control. Most people are attaching a moral value to food. They look at some food as good, some food is bad, and some food is clean, some food is dirty. So they look at it in this binary kind of terms. And a lot of people are stuck in the restrict bin cycle. So they start to restrict and ban all these foods that they consider to be bad or dirty. And when they ban these foods, the desire for them start to increase. Eventually, they have these foods, and then they fall into a little bit of an all or nothing mentality where they say, "Fuck it, I started to eat this now. I broke my rule. I might as well keep going because I'm going to cut them out again." So it's like a last supper mentality. This is the last time I'm going to have this food for a while, so I might as well finish the whole packet to get it out of the way. Then after that, the guilt and shame starts, and they go right back into the rules and the restriction again. What I'm recommending you try is maybe challenging the moral judgment that you've attached to food. So this good bad food mentality, removing maybe judgmental labels such as junk food, and then starting to look at the gray area and stop looking at food through a binary lens, because this can contribute to kind of all or nothing mindset or perfectionism. I encourage my clients to have more of an inclusion mindset with nutrition, which mainly focuses on fuel and eating to align with their values. So sometimes we're going to have these foods because they align with our social health, and that's important to recognize as well. Here's some alternative ways that you can think about these foods that may help you get better control. So we have the nutrient density spectrum. Some foods are nutrient devoid foods, and we want to consume less of these foods. Some foods are nutrient dense, which means they contain a lot of nutrients, and we want to include more of these foods in our diet. Then we have low energy foods and high energy foods. Some people will look at food like low calorie equals good, high calorie equals bad. Okay, when that is not the reality. Reality is some foods have low energy density, some foods have high energy density. And if you're an active person, yeah, you want to maybe start considering more high energy foods into your diet. Where if you're sedentary, you want to start thinking about what foods are kind of lower in energy that are going to keep me fuller for longer. And then we just move on to the satiety spectrum, speaking about that. So some foods are more satiating than others, some foods are less satiating. And then the frequency spectrum, some foods are everyday foods like fruit and vegetables, some foods are rare treats like biscuits, chocolates, cakes, and stuff like that. So rather than looking at foods through this binary lens, start to actually look at it through these spectrums. And this can help you to get better control, because if you start to challenge the beliefs that you hold about food, it changes your subjective experience as well. I hope you enjoyed that little short video. If you found value in this, I would appreciate you dropping a comment below, telling me what your takeaway is, or if you want to drop me a message on Instagram as well, kind of ask me a little bit more about this. No issues at all. Sugar is the devil. It might work as a belief for some people. Maybe it helps people to stay in control. But in my experience, for the majority of people, it actually creates more fear, more anxiety, more guilt, and more shame, and keeps them stuck, out of control, impulsive with these foods.